for me. I was there to try to balance and listen and learn from them, but they guided me through this. They taught me every day, and they have accomplished something in what they have done with this film, and now that people in the region have started to see it, and the dialogue it's causing is everything we'd hoped for. So for us, it was this, this journey, and as a filmmaker, I never wanted to be a filmmaker. I never thought I could be. I'm still cannot believe I'm on this stage with these men. And, but I wanted, when I started to learn about, as I've learned about the world, but especially Bosnia in particular, I wanted, I sat alone so frustrated and so angry at how little I knew, and felt compelled to share what I had learned through a story, and hope that people will fall in love with the region, the actors, and not just have compassion and pity for what they went through, but also know how extraordinary this part of the world is. And so it wasn't planned, but it ended up being a great honor and a privilege.
When you were writing it, how did you avoid the cliche of the storytelling to be too heavy-handed or to be too political about what is essentially a bizarre love story of sorts?
Bizarre. Well, it is. Unfortunately, it was very common at the time. You know, that people. It is not, you know, this idea of Romeo and Juliet. They're on different sides. They choose to be together. This couple, they were born the same. Zana and Daniel were born in the same hospital in Sarajevo. They're born the same. They are the same. They fell in love at a time, at a place where it was normal for there to be mixed marriages. It was embraced. It was wonderful. They had a promising, beautiful future. It was the war that turned them into enemies. It was the war that made it a bizarre or violent or, you know, to me it is a very sad love story, because it's a love story that would have been, and it represents the people of the country. They should be alive today. They should have a family today. They should, you know, but they don't, and that's, what happened to them is symbolic of what happened to their country. So that is why it's...
I mean, it is shocking watching it. Yes, it's 20 years now since these events started, but it still seems incredible that these events happened so close to Italy, as you say in a line in the film, so close to so-called civilization. And yet, a film has the power to do that. And, you know, this film, I think, really opens our eyes to what did happen.
Well, we hope so. And as I said, I feel, I just felt very privileged to be educated through this process, and this film for me is not, it's not a film, it's not a piece of art, it's where my heart is, and this cast is my family, and I'm so grateful that we've gotten to this place together. So.
Now there was a little cynicism in Bosnia when you first started making the film. There were some questions about the script, etc. It's played there now, hasn't it?
It has. Well, and of course, you know, the thing to understand, and I think when we first got to, this is a these wounds are still very fresh. It's a very sensitive subject matter, very highly passionate people in a part of the world that is very expressive, and of course it's very sensitive. So the idea of an outsider coming in to make a film that deals with all of these subject matters, not, you know, and we go into some difficult territory. They were, of course, very worried in what it is we were trying to do or say, understandably. And but the cast came together, again, from all sides, because the cast was from all sides of the conflict, and came together on days where I'd say, oh, you know, are we okay? Are we? And they'd say, no, this is, you know, welcome to this part of the world. It is, we're deeply passionate, and it's not going to be easy. It's not easy, but we're together, and we're going to stick together, and we're going to do something that we feel is right, and with the right intentions, it will come across. So we'll just keep going forward with the right intentions, and when they see it, they will know. And we have shown it in Bosnia, and we showed it first to people who were victims of the war, victims of rape, people from Bosnia and also Republika Srpska, and I didn't sleep that night. And we woke up to these beautiful, very emotional letters from everybody supporting the film, and it has opened there, and we'll go there for the premiere. But it's really, I believe it's doing what we hoped, which is that we want just people to be able to finally cry about it, talk about it, and we want the world not to forget about it.